Dust is all that's left of us. But only if you ever worry. While the signs were clear, they had no idea. You just get used to living in fear. Or give up when you can't even picture your future.
What's up YouTube, Evan from Epic Duel Time here. I am doing a quick video for you guys to kind of talk about a recent announcement and a little change going on in the TCG. It involves the whole thing with Harpy's brother being renamed. This came up the other day, and so I'd like to just take a minute to kind of explain why this is happening and what's going on. So, first things first, Harpy's brother. This card came out in Pharaoh's Servant, very old card. It's supposed to be it seemed like it was supposed to be related to the Harpy archetype, but it's actually very clearly not supposed to be a part of the archetype. It was called Harpy's brother, and now it's being renamed Sky Scout. And how we know this is that on a Pojo thread talking about Astral Pack 2, which has been announced, that Kevin Tewart, head of R&D at Konami, said, when he asked for a spoiler, he said, sure, Harpy's brother is Sky Scout, which means they're reprinting the Harpy's brother, and he's being renamed Sky Scout, which is very interesting because this is not the first time that Harpy's brother has been renamed. Come to find out, his name is not even supposed to be Harpy's brother. It's Birdman. If you translate his Japanese name, it is Birdman. So, just to talk about the fact that he's not even a Harpy. He's actually not a Harpy. I don't know what he is, but he's not a Harpy. Because in mythology, Harpies are half woman and half bird. They're not half men. They're specifically women. So, whatever he is, he's a creature, but he's not a Harpy. He's the brother of a Harpy, but he's not a Harpy. If you look at his appearance, he actually doesn't even look like them. He doesn't have talons for hands, which he's supposed to. He doesn't have claws of any kind. He has that weapon-like claw, but it's attached to his arm. We can't see his feet, but we can assume he might have some sort of claw thing. But he also has weird-looking wings. He's not a Harpy. He's related to them, or you could say he's a friend of them, but he's not a Harpy. Which is why, and many times, he doesn't apply to Harpy support, and he's been announced that he's not a Harpy. For all intents and purposes, he is not a Harpy. Now, the point of this, we don't want another incident with Frog the Jam, where every frog card says, summon this frog except Frog the Jam. We want to stop with that. So if we rename it Sky Scout, we never have to mention it again. So why? Why is that significant? Because we already have cards that say it. Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. This card gains effects based on the number of Harpy monsters you control, other than Harpy's Pet Dragon and Harpy's brother. Now, we always know that a lot of cards like this that give themselves benefits don't include themselves. So it's fine if he doesn't want to include other than Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. You want other monsters, but other than Harpy's brother, signifying that Harpy's brother is not meant to be a part of the archetype. He is a rejected member of the archetype, not supposed to be there. 1. Your opponent cannot select Harpy monsters you control as attack targets, except Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon and Harpy's brother. Meaning, screw you, Harpy's brother. It's not a card in the archetype. It's clearly, since even this card came out, not meant to be in the archetype. Next example. Harpy's Channeler. This is for the future. This effect is long enough as is. The last thing we need is 8 versions of except Harpy's brother. You can discard a Harpy card. Special summon a Harpy monster from your deck, except Harpy Channeler. So for all intents and purposes, you could summon a Harpy brother. Well, not really, because it's Harpies and this is looking for Harpy. But either way, for no confusion, because you know those players who just can't really read cards, you don't want to cause any more confusion. Problem-solving card text is supposed to problem solve. The last thing you need to do is add like 10 cards it doesn't apply to. And another one. Historic Sign. This is the new search card coming out in Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. When this card is activated, add an Elegant Egotist from your deck to your graveyard to your hand. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there from the hand or field this turn, add up to 3 Harpy cards with different names from your deck to your hand. You can only use 1 historic sign effect per turn, and only once that turn. So again, these new Harpy cards coming out, we don't want them all to have to say, except Harpy's brother. You want to be able to talk about the archetype very, very simply as Harpies, and any card with the word Harpy in its name should be in the Harpy archetype. They should have never called Harpy's brother Harpy's brother. They should have called it Birdman, or they should have called it Sky Scout. It's not like we have any problem with the word Birdman, because we already have 2 cards with the name Birdman in it. Gen-X Ally Birdman, and Swift Birdman Joe. So it's not like we are unfamiliar with cards being called Birdman, they just simply didn't do it. So we got a card called Harpy's brother, and now it's backfiring because they want to expand on the archetype, and we don't want to have another Frog the Jam incident. Either way, that's basically why they didn't want Harpy's brother being called Harpy's brother anymore. It does not have anything to do with the whole Rescue Rabbit thing, because personally, if I was looking for vanilla targets for a Rescue Rabbit, Harpy's brother wouldn't be mine. The fact that cards do exclude him, and the fact that he's not a Harpy, he's a Harpies, means that you wouldn't get most of the support anyway, so you might as well use Harpy Lady as your vanilla if you were going to play Rescue Rabbit in a deck like this. So, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Discuss this whole name change thing. Discuss Astral Pack 2 in the comments. Also confirmed is a foil Slushy. They're going to finally give Slushy a foil, which is kind of cool. And as always, keep dueling, America.